They also request that the declaration of Jennifer Shepherdson, the Director of Environmental Regulatory Compliance for the department, to be submitted and entered into evidence. And so we're going to now mark the declaration of Jennifer L. Shepherdson. And we're going to mark that as Exhibit B as in boy, and we're going to place that in evidence. The parties further request that we decide this matter based upon the documents submitted. There's no modification sought to the hearing for its findings and decision for the order for abatement, which we voted on in October 17th. No, it was dated October 17th, 2019. And that's all the stipulations of the parties. And so first I'm going to see if there's anyone on the line. There's one phone number I don't recognize, which I'll unmute for a minute. And if there's any member of the public, the parties are not present because we're on consent. Well, they're present, but they're not appearing. And if there's any member of the public who wishes to be heard before the board deliberates, just signal to me now. Okay, and I see no one. Okay, board members, anyone wish to begin? And if not, I can begin. We did hear this matter before, as we all know. This is a matter of a public fleet of vehicles, the city of San Bernardino, the department that provides essential public services of wastewater collection, wastewater treatment, potable water treatment for the city of San Bernardino, that they self-reported non-compliance with one of the fleet rules of the district, Fleet Rule 1196, which requires the ultimate turnover of fleets to cleaner burning alternative fuel vehicles. There were 15 total vehicles that were reported in non-compliance, but the rule only requires that 12 of those vehicles, there's an exception for 3. And so the parties agreed upon and the board entered an order which required over time the turnover of 12 of the 15 vehicles to cleaner fuel vehicles. Reading through, if we look at Exhibit B, it appears that they are completely on track as required in the initial conditions of the order. They are on the schedule that was attached to the order for the year 2018 and 19 and 2019 and 20. And they are actually in compliance with all conditions that have applied thus far in the order. And so the parties do ask for no modifications, and I see no reason to take action today and simply to accept this status report, and I don't see any reason for modifications. Anyone else wish to add to that? Okay.
Yeah, this Mohan.
Okay. Go ahead. Mr.
No, I
White.
agree. I think we don't. I think it looks like from the status report they are complying with the conditions of the order. They're meeting all the target dates and the proposed phase out of these heavy-duty vehicles. So I think, for recollect, I think they have 37 heavy-duty vehicles, but 15 were acquired after the rule was adopted. So is that 15 that's subject to Rule 1196, and they of that 3 can be exempted, so it's 12. So, and they have, I think in attachment A, they provided the schedule when they're going to replace them, and it looks like they've committed the money and the resources to do it, and they're on target in doing that.
Perfect. Anyone else? Any other thoughts? Okay, then we don't have to make any motion. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Ms. Verdugo-Peralta.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to say that I'm very happy to see that the city of San Bernardino recognizes the fact that Rule 1196, which was one of the fleet rules that when I was on the board, we voted on this to make sure that even though we don't have jurisdiction over mobile vehicles, it's CARB, except for public fleets and public fleets of 15 or more. So this was something that was hammered out and fought for, and that the municipalities recognized the importance of also being part of trying to reduce emissions through their public fleets. And they were very good, especially I worked with San Bernardino to get this done because they are in the area that has most of the pollution. All of the pollution from LA and Orange County gets swept out that way. So I'm very happy to see that the city recognizes that turning their fleets to alternative fuels was so important. So I'm very happy to see all of this.
Thank you, Ms. Verdugo-Peralta. And you may recall, I was there advocating for
Yes.
this.
Yes,
And in fact, we did represent the district as well up to the Supreme Court. And this is
Right.
some of the only portions of the fleet rules that remained that apply to the public fleets.
Right.
And it's really one of the more important because I do like that they're taking a leadership role. So.
Correct.
So it was a great win, even though it was a loss.
I'll take the win.
Yeah, right. Any other thoughts, board members? Okay, so then we'll just take no action. No need to make any motions on that. And we'll move on. And I think that there is no other business I'll ask, except just a reminder that we did late last week, I think Thursday, Mohan, you confirmed, Thursday we received papers from the parties in New Indy requesting consent calendar. They've agreed to place it on consent. So board members, if we all could review those today and please get back to the clerk's office and just to say whether we agree not to pull it off consent. Senator.
Well, you would take some action by saying the request is noted, received and filed to continue the record.
Yes, we did do that. Do you want me to do that?
And then you second, right?
I'm sorry, you're saying in city of San Bernardino, I'm sorry, my whole house is shaking.
Right. It's the petition request is noted and received and filed.
Yes, it is. Okay, again. Yes.
Julie, do we have another status update another year, or
There is
is there a
no,
follow-up status update?
there actually is no request to do that. They did not place. We can order one, I suppose.
It does say annual status hearing, but it only gave that one date, so.
Okay. Well, what we could do is, as a board, we could pick a date a year from now for the next, we can continue it for a status hearing. Madam Clerk, what is a hearing day around May 5th? That is a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday? Do you have a?
May the 5th should be Wednesday of next year.
Yeah.
That's right.
Leap year?
Mhm. May 5th is a Wednesday.
Wednesday, okay. So then why don't we set the next status hearing in this matter, the next annual status hearing for May 5th, Wednesday, May 5th, 2021. And let us all hope that we are at the district. Senator.
Well, they would have been in total compliance by then, except for the fact the other request is alternative engines. I mean, that's the only thing they can be working for right now. Alternative source like
When
LNG, et cetera, et cetera.
is that true? I think it doesn't go further than that.
They're looking for LNG. As an alternative energy source.
What is the effective date of the order? How long do we have jurisdiction?
To 12/15/2023.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It goes further. So that next year they would still be under the order. Okay, so we are in agreement to set the next status report, status hearing for May 5th, 2021. Okay. And other than accepting and filing the stipulation and the declaration of Jennifer Shepherdson, which is the update as to compliance under the order, we take no action. Okay. And again, other business is to please get back to the clerks on whether you wish to have New Indy remain on the consent calendar or to be removed. Please do that today. Well, Mr.
Yeah,
Bellicopo.
and Julie, I think there's one more. There was a request for consent calendar, which was the Tesoro marketing. I think they also wanted to add that to the consent calendar. I think we need to get back to the clerk of the board on that.
Okay. New Indy, please, definitely today.
Right.
But also we have Tesoro. And maybe a whole host of others. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other business board members? Otherwise, we'll make it a nice short day. Okay. And just for the record, there is a pre-hearing conference at 2:00. But just for the chair. Okay. Thank you all, and we are adjourned for the day.
Right. Bye.
See you guys.
Rose. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.